And Japan has finally begun its vaccination campaign by vaccinating frontline health workers, one of the last major economies to do so. For the very latest on this, let's bring in Michael Penn in Tokyo. Michael, Japan starting its vaccine rollout months after other countries. Why has it taken Japan so long to do so?
Well, the answer to that question was actually fielded recently by Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga himself in parliamentary debate, and he gave a very curious answer. Basically, what he said is that in order for the drugs to be approved in Japan, they had to be tested on ethnically Japanese people because apparently under Japanese regulations, they don't believe necessarily that Japanese bodies behave in the same way as the rest of the world when it comes to drugs and medicines. So that appears to be the main source of the delay.
Michael, we're now just 5 months away from the Tokyo Olympics that are due to go ahead despite the current pandemic. Is Japan hoping to get most people there vaccinated by then?
Well, of course, the government and of course the Olympic organizers would love to be very far into the vaccination program by the time that the Olympics are scheduled, but they've already pretty much given up on that notion. They're well aware that not only will they not be able to vaccinate the general public, but even many of the athletes and others who are participating directly in the Olympics will not have their vaccines by that time. In fact, the playbook, the so-called playbook, which they've issued, advises the athletes as much as possible to be vaccinated before they arrive in Japan because of the fact that vaccines may be available elsewhere more quickly than they are here.
Michael, the last time we spoke, you were telling me that many people in Japan are actually against the Olympics. They don't want them to happen. Has anything changed since this news of the vaccine rollout?
Certainly not. Most recently in terms of the Olympics, what's been on people's minds is the scandal surrounding the former president of the Olympics, Yoshiro Mori. There's now a process underway to try to select his successor. People are waiting to see what becomes of that. But no, the Japanese public at this point is pretty decidedly against the Olympics, and even a majority of the business community, according to a recent poll.
Michael, thanks so much for that. That's Michael Penn there reporting for us from Tokyo.